SNL after parties?
SNL after parties get wild because white people love coke. I personally, that's not my shit.
Yeah, me neither.
I get some weed, I'm good.
Perfect.
You know, I can say that now because it's legal here.
Yeah, it's great.
I have to feel bad, but
yeah, you're talking about smoking a joint with your mama.
It is so cool now, man. I think I did that 2019, right? She came out, you know, she's retired. She finally was retired. And we just sitting there outside on my on one of my balconies. We just sit because I had to say that. I got more than one.
Yeah.
I'm sitting out there on one of the 5 balconies, and and we just talking about life, and we're passing the J to each other. And I was looking at her like she had her hair wrapped. I was like, yo, this is the coolest shit ever.
How do you not recognize that?
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting here.
Did you ever think?
No. You never thought that your parents, when you're growing up, you don't think your parents can be like your homies.
People.
Right.
It takes a minute to see your folks as people. And once you do, man, that rules. Because I'm sure, and this is how it is for myself, I mean, my mom and dad are both have good senses of humor.
Yes.
And so I go, oh, that's where I got it from.
They're still together?
No, split when I was 9. Thanks for bringing it up. But I think
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pull that goddamn.
I'm joking.
Damn it, Adam.
No. But seeing them as people and not being, because I was the same way, man. I didn't like to be silly around them because it was just, I don't know. It was weird. And then they start to kind of see me in plays and whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't know, you like to do this. And I was like, yeah, this is how I am at school. And then once I started bringing it around home, and now, you know, my mom's 71 and dad's 78. And it's like to be able to bust balls with them, bust their balls and say shit. And then my mom will, you know, get high and her be like, you want some Frosted Flake nachos? And I'm like, fucking bitch, you've been holding out on me for 38 years. Where are those? You know,
Frosted Flake nachos.
But she'll say that as a joke and then start laughing. And it's like, oh, wow, like that's.
She knows.
Yeah. And it's a bummer too that I'm like, man, I wish I could have adapted that mentality younger. But that's just a part of growing up. Like you just, you know, you're embarrassed of your folks.
I'm going to tell you, man. And the reason I asked that question because I find sense of humor is the nucleus of me and my mom and dad staying together. Like they can always make each other laugh.
I love that.
They can, and like
that's for real, man.
And even on some real shit, even when they're mad and yelling at each other, like I saw them fight. Like I watched this. I was a little kid. I remember putting my hands on my ears. It was so fucking loud. Or seeing them go back and forth, and you just being like, "Damn, fuck you, Judy. Fuck you, Tony." Oh, this is what y'all want me to do eventually? All right, fuck you. Okay, got it. Duly noted.
Wow.
I have to put that in my spouse notes. That's what I'll be doing. But they would say shit, and it would be so funny. Like one time, I don't want me to say it. Doesn't matter because I'm gonna put it on my set eventually.
Yeah.
They were mad. My dad was getting mad because my mom didn't want to kiss him. And he was like, why you don't want to kiss before Jesus? Well, maybe if you brush your stank ass breath, Tony. And he was like, oh, that's funny. He's like, oh, you can smell everything, but you can't hear shit. I'm sitting there like,
shit.
I want to laugh.
Oh, yeah, so funny, right? And he's saying it with that type of timing?
With that time, and she starts busting out laughing. And before the fight is over, and they're just laughing with each other.
Amazing, dude.
It's just like, yo, when you can, when
not take yourself seriously and be able to like, also, you know, not have so much of a guard up in the fight to where you can't see the funny in what your dad said.
Right.
Because then once that happens, it's like, dude, neutralizer, man.
Yeah, the funny is in the truth. And it's like, yo, this person, when you can be totally, I would say, naked with a person.
Yeah.
When you can be that. Yeah, and then they can appreciate that.
Accept your flaws and your strengths.
And never use them against you publicly. Because you know behind closed doors, you know, whatever the fuck it is, you know. If you snore in a fight, that shit gonna come up. You sound like Snorlax, motherfucker. You just like, well, you know what? Well, fuck it. Cause your edges is light. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, your little weak ass edges that you got because you're putting all the products in your shit and it's breaking off the sides of you. Your shit looks unhealthy, bitch!
Which is even more of a slam, just saying it's unhealthy. Just like calling somebody a bummer instead of a cunt, you know? Just way more power than that. I'm still laughing at how fun that was. Hey guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you enjoyed that little ALN highlight, that little freebie tidbit. If you want to see more highlights, clips, animations, and episodes, click right there, huh? Click right there and get all the free ALN goodies your heart can muster. And, of course, subscribe to the show by clicking the ALN logo right there, huh? Do that. It's easy. I'll see you next time. Peace.